Kyle, and on this current theme on Project Nerdy, we were talking about our favorite nerdy games. I decided to talk about more board games instead of video games, because when I was having that debate in my mind, I just came to the conclusion that board games are just a little bit nerdy than video games. Video games have a little bit of a cool factor to them, so I thought it'd be a little bit more nerdy to talk about board games. And then I was faced with the decision, what board game do I want to talk about? And I quickly came to the conclusion that probably the nerdiest board game I play is Star Wars Monopoly. You have to give it to me. That's pretty nerdy. And what I wanted to talk about is my favorite Star Wars Monopoly scenario. And really, this is the only time I ever play Star Wars Monopoly. And it's always, you get some friends together, and it's a lot of fun when you watch Star Wars movies, marathon style, while you play Star Wars Monopoly. Because anybody that's played Monopoly knows, any version of it, it takes forever to play a game of Monopoly. And a Star Wars marathon can last all day. So what better way to spend the day playing Star Wars Monopoly, a few games, while you watch the Star Wars movies. And there's something about doing both at the same time, even though obviously the Star Wars Monopoly really doesn't have a whole lot to do with the plot of the movies. They almost makes you feel a little bit kind of a part of the movie. While the movie's in the background, you're watching it, and then you're kind of dealing with Star Wars related stuff in the Monopoly game. It kind of adds this weird, I don't know, not really 3D, but almost feels like you're immersed in the Star Wars environment. So how more nerdy can you really get than spending a day playing Star Wars Monopoly while you're watching Star Wars movies? I have a feeling my nerdy pleasure this week is going to make people very jealous of me. I might get some hate for this, but hey, I was lucky. My parents have never actually gotten a computer and internet since I moved out after college. So they haven't had a computer, and finally, 10 years later, they decide, my mom, she'd like a computer. She does enough shopping where people offer her coupons if she goes online. She hears about stuff that she wants to research. She thought, I'm ready to get a computer. So she signed up for internet service, and happily the company she signed up for internet with was offering a $300 Apple gift card if you signed up for internet. She didn't really have any use for the gift card. She looked at the Apple store, and she's not very high-tech, so she doesn't really have any use for anything that's Apple-related. So she just gave the gift card to me. I don't think she realized how big of a gift this really was. So I took the $300 Apple gift card and threw in a little bit of money of my own, and I got an iPad. Yay! So I basically got an iPad for, virtually free. It cost me like $70. $70 for a brand new iPad is a hell of a deal. So that has to be my nerdy pleasure of the week. And sorry, I had to bring up Project Nerdy on the iPad. Nerd Bonner out there, Project Nerdy on my iPad. Hey. And I accidentally hit play, so let's stop that.
It's Monday here.
Oh, and you just heard Danny talking. So that's my nerdy pleasure of the week. My question to you, since I do have a new iPad, is there any apps or uses for an iPad that you would recommend me check out? I'm new to the iPad world, so I'm still figuring out all the cool apps I can use on it. So if you have any suggestions for apps I should check out for iPad, just let me know in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Go out and play Star Wars Monopoly while you watch the Star Wars movie. And Nick, I will see you Thursday. And may the Force be with you.